Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 181, Cultivation and Survival in the Burning Sands of Togger. The weight of the trade clings to his skin like a fever, driving him into a furnace where no shadow follows. His lungs tighten against the scouring grit, turning each shallow breath into a sharp, grinding struggle for air. Beneath his boots, the desert vibrates with a jagged, molten pressure that swallows his tracks as quickly as he carves them.
The desert was a vast sea of shifting gold and violent winds. Xiaoyan walked through the dunes wearing his alchemist robes. Each step left a deep indentation in the sand, but the wind quickly erased his tracks. The Tagger Desert was more brutal than he had expected. The sand under his feet felt like molten iron. He pressed his lips together and ground his teeth with every step. Grit stung his skin. Xiaoyan circulated his Dou Qi. A thin veil of energy covered his face to protect him from the scouring sand. Despite the harsh conditions, the air hummed with fire energy. This place was even richer in energy than the Magical Beast mountain range. The heat made the fire energy pure and violent. It was perfect for his purple flame Dou Qi. He had been in the desert for only half a day, but he could already feel the energy flowing through his veins with more power than before. After another 100 yards, Xiaoyan wiped the sweat from his brow. His lips were cracked and dry. He pulled a water bottle from his storage ring and gulped it down. He let out a long breath and pulled out a parchment map. He looked at the lines and let out a dry laugh.
Master, we have been walking for half a day, and we are still not on the path. We avoided the main roads, but where do we go next?
Yao Lao spoke from the air.
Head toward the flame mark in the east.
Xiaoyan frowned at the map.
That is at least a 10-day journey.
Yao Lao laughed.
Then start walking. In this desert, even the act of walking is a form of training.
Xiaoyan looked up at the sun and tucked the map away. He reached back and felt the heavy Xuan ruler on his back. The metal was ice cold despite the heat. It kept his mind sharp. Carrying a hot slab of iron in this sun would have been suicide.
He turned toward the east but stopped. His hand shot to the hilt of his ruler. He ripped the black metal from his back and slammed the tip into the sand.
A shrill screech pierced the air. Xiaoyan pulled the ruler back. Blood stained the gold sand. He flicked his sleeve, and a gust of wind tossed a small creature out of the dunes. It was a yellow sand scorpion. These creatures hid in the sand and waited for travelers to step on them. Their venom was lethal. Even seasoned desert guides feared them. Xiaoyan moved forward. He cut the poison stinger off and put it in his storage ring. Then he continued his heavy march toward the east. The desert was lonely. There was nothing but sand and wind. In the distance, no trees or people appeared. Only the sun beat down on the empty dunes. On the second day, the real training began. Yao Lao made him strip. Xiaoyan stood in the sun, wearing nothing but trousers. He wanted to argue, but Yao Lao refused. Bare skin absorbed the fire energy faster. Xiaoyan lay face down on the burning sand. Yao Lao hovered nearby, holding a crystal bottle filled with red liquid. He tilted it and let several drops fall onto Xiaoyan's tanned back. Xiaoyan hissed. His hands gripped the sand. His muscles knotted. The burn blood liquid felt like liquid fire on his skin.
This burn blood liquid is stronger here than in the mountains,
Yao Lao said.
It makes your skin sensitive to fire energy. It will double your cultivation speed.
Xiaoyan managed a tight grin.
Keep pouring. I can handle it. My life is tougher than a cockroach. I can feel the Dou Qi.
Xiaoyan added.
I am close to the rank of 1-star doshi.
Good.
Yao Lao said.
Start now. Don't waste the heat.
Xiaoyan buried his face in the sand. He used a thin layer of Dou Qi to breathe. He looked like an ostrich hiding from the world. It was silent beneath the sand. He felt the burned blood liquid soaking into his skin. His bones ached, his tendons pulled tight. But the pure fire energy rushing into him made his spirit soar. The energy gathered in his vortex. He controlled the flow. Slowly, a new drop of purple liquid formed in his dantian. It floated like a small fish in a pond. Xiaoyan counted his progress. He had 13 drops. He needed 15 to reach the rank of 2-star doshi. He sat up and threw a handful of sand into the air. He roared at the sky.
I am close. 2-star doshi is right there.
Yao Lao watched him. He smiled. Talent was one thing, but Xiaoyan's grit was what mattered. The 3-year agreement was coming. The humiliation Nalan Yanran had given him would be repaid in full. Yao Lao looked at the sun. Xiaoyan never quit. Everything he gained, he bought with sweat and blood. One day, this boy would stand at the peak of the Dou Qi Continent.